Thanks for joining the Home Matters Podcast with Eric and Gina Boggs, where they lead authentic, raw discussions about marriage, family life, kids, intimacy, and sex from a biblical perspective. Now here's your host, Eric and Gina Boggs.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy anniversary.
August the 16th. Yay. It's a famous day. Yep.
That's right.
Sure is.
37 years. Happy anniversary.
Anniversary. Happy anniversary to you.
I know.
You ever miss it?
Miss what?
You ever skip one?
Ever skipped an anniversary?
Yep.
No, not that I remember.
You did too.
I skipped
yes, you
one?
Did.
No, you skipped one.
Yeah, but you skipped it too.
That's because.
Was that our first anniversary? I think it was.
I think it was.
I'll tell you what happened. Yeah. We're going through
what
the day.
What happened was.
And this was, again, we've been married 37 years, so this is still really deep here.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
we've been through the day, and we are going off for our anniversary.
We're going off, yeah.
Just the next day, for like 2 days, 3 days. And
yeah.
So we're getting ready and trying to pack up. I've worked all day. You've worked school, all that stuff we're doing at the time. And so we're rushing around to get ready. And
get ready to pack up and leave.
We're packing up the night before, because we got to work the next day, remember? We got to work the next day before we can go out. Yeah. So it's it's about 11:30 at night.
Yeah, it's getting
and we got to be
towards
up
the anniversary
next morning
for
work and all. And she walks. This is so mean. She just walks out, kind of nonchalantly, says, "Happy anniversary." You remember that?
I remember very vividly.
She did that. After all day, I had not said a word about it. I had totally forgotten.
He forgot our anniversary. See, you said I forgot. I didn't forget. Believe me, boy, I remembered all day long.
She was holding it.
I was just waiting. Waiting.
It's like a loaded gun all day long. She's keeping aimed at me. And
but you
she
forgot
let the
very first one. How did we ever get to 37? How do I know that you didn't forget it?
You didn't text me that morning.
No. Did we even have phones back then? I don't know if there were phones invented.
That was a few years ago. We didn't.
That was a long time ago.
Do you not know that we didn't have phones?
No, I do know that we did.
1987.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I mean, we're a miracle. Did you know that? We are a miracle.
Anyway, happy anniversary.
37 years. And that's the way we started. Lord help us.
Well, and, just talking about that some today. And we, before we get started into, some things we're going to talk about, we are going to talk about celebration, right?
That's right. We're going to talk about
and
celebrating.
The whole marriage thing. And, so again, let us say this though. We've got this thing we've been talking about.
That's right. We've been promoting it every week, and we still got a few weeks that we can promote it. Actually, you could register all the way up until the day. Our Marriage Matters Getaway, Charleston, South Carolina, September 28th through 30th. And
when does the block for the rooms go though?
Well, I knew you were going to ask me that, and I think that it is like the 23rd or 24th of August. So we're really getting close to that.
You don't want to miss those rooms.
It's a very nice hotel.
Really nice hotel.
Hilton Garden.
And if you're going to get a decent hotel at all in that area, these prices are much better than you get in other places. So we'd encourage you.
The normal rate is about $100 or more a night, more than what our group rate is. So I'll say this: if you've already registered for the event, make sure that you go on in and block your room. Make your room reservation. So,
and we'd love for you to come and go, and we'd love for you to invite your friends, your married couple friends. That,
it is a little bit smaller venue than the one we use in the mountains, so. Don't keep waiting. Go ahead and get registered so you can get in there.
Down on the coast.
That's right. I love it. It's so beautiful in Charleston.
And, it is beautiful.
And you have plenty of time with our schedule to kind of go around the town and see what's going on.
HomeMatters.family. You can go Home Matters, one word, HomeMatters.family and get registered.
Get the information. That's right. You sure can. We would love to have you. Our topic today is us.
I think it always is, isn't it?
Well,
we talk from our own experience.
That's the only thing we can do. This is the only
and we try to keep it real. And when we talk about anniversaries, again, we were planning. Again, I did forget that first one, the day. I didn't remember to stop.
You have been incredible since then. And I know now, 30 odd years later that, we were busy. You were working crazy hours, and we were trying to get ready to go. We were just excited that we were getting to go off somewhere.
Doing everything.
But in the process of everything, you kind of slipped up on you. But you've been incredible since then.
Can you believe that she would, if you'd put comments in the box below, can you believe that she would keep that all day? I mean, it was just before midnight when you finally walked by. Yeah, you didn't just say happy anniversary. You just kind of, happy anniversary. It's kind of like a
it was like too late for him to really do anything.
Yeah, I'd say it was way too late. But.
It was mean. Could you forgive me, please?
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
All right. What are we talking about? Celebration?
Well, really, we had something else that we had kind of thought about talking about today, but with it being our anniversary, I just, I think it's important, this day. You say, well, it's just another day. But I think that for all of us, if you were married, when your anniversary comes around, it needs to be a celebration day. Now, you don't have to go out and break the bank. I mean, if you want to, you can. I'm getting excited about that. Hitting the microphone. But you should take time to stop and,
do something.
Do something. Yeah.
Within your means.
It does matter. It is something to celebrate. Man, you made it another year. When I think about 37 years, that's just, first of all, it sounds so long.
Yeah.
But
passes in a hurry.
It did. It's passed so quickly.
It used to be that when somebody would say to me, I've been married 30 years, you think, oh my gosh. Here we are.
And now,
about to hit the fourth decade.
Here we are. But something big has happened. This is important. This is important in our life. And so we should stop, take time to celebrate, take time to remember, talk about that first anniversary, when you forgot. Talk about,
But really, how do we know?
Fell in love?
How do we know that I was the only one that forgot?
I think we need to move on from
like
this
at 11
point.
o'clock that night, you didn't think, oh my goodness, it's our anniversary. Oh. So you could have, but I'm just saying. But
I couldn't
on
help
from
it,
there, again, what she said about remembering, the Bible says in Revelation 3, it says we remember where we fell from or remember the love
remember
that
your
we had
first
and
love.
you fell from it.
Yeah.
I think you're always mindful of that. Looking back, we'll talk about we got another anniversary date of our relationship. Mm-hmm. First time we ever went on a date, March the 11th, 1983.
83, that's right.
So again, with that, I always try to remember, where we started.
That's right. Remember the how, the why we fell in love, just our story. And, your story, there's a lot of bumps and, curves in the road a lot of times and a lot of hard times. But even remembering those, you see where God's brought you. You see how you grew from it. You see how God used it in your life to bring you where you are.
Yeah, a sense of gratitude.
Mm-hmm, always. And, I'll just say, I'd do it all over again.
Would you really, even if you knew I was going to forget the first year?
Yeah, because you've been amazing since that first year.
I always say Mary every day of my life over again. And, where we are now, far enough in life that we're able to look back some and kind of maybe help somebody else.
I hope so.
It wasn't always easy.
No.
Gina used to say this, I wouldn't marry every day, but wouldn't take every day, but I'd marry him every day. And what she meant by that was every day was not easy. And some of those days you might want to discard. And then
that's right. Yeah.
Lord kind of corrected her on that and said, the things that you went through that were even difficult kind of made you into what you are. And there's a lot of truth there, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a few years in, it was rough. It was rocky about year 3. And, thank God that we made it through that time. And so when you think back, you're like, oh, I wouldn't ever want to have to go through that again. But that's what I meant. And the Lord kind of straightened me out with that. It's the things that we go through that make us who we are today. Yeah. And I love who we are today.
Oh, I love who we are. I love all 37 years. Mm-hmm. And again, even though all of those were not easy, I'm thankful for every one of them.
That's right.
And even in the difficulties, again, it creates that sense of being thankful and realizing the grace of God.
Yeah.
I was telling somebody earlier today, except for the grace of God, it's the grace of God that's brought us through.
Absolutely.
God's help, His help for us. Mm-hmm. Every day of our lives.
That's right. And man, some of you listening probably think 37 years, I ain't even been born that long or like not even close to that long. And how in the world, but man, it goes so fast. And I would just say to you, man, you can make it. It hadn't been an easy road every single day.
No.
There've been some hard times, but I'm telling you, 37 years in, it's amazing.
I would encourage all of you, though, wherever you are in marriage, you could be just starting out or a few years in. Mm-hmm. I always encourage couples, man, live every day, live with a sense of again, thankfulness.
That's right. Gratitude.
That you are together, that you have life together. And, it's that old song, Kenny Chesney, one of my songs in my playlist. I think it's Chesney. Is that right? Don't Blink.
I'm not sure who wrote it. I know what song you're talking
he says,
about.
Don't blink.
Man, that's kind of the way it's been.
And
you just blink and you're that many years in.
It's like
that's kind of one of those songs you can just about cry.
He says you're 6 years old and you take a bath.
Take a nap.
Or take a nap.
You need a nap and a bath.
Take a nap. Then you wake up and you're 25. Your high school sweetheart becomes your bride or becomes your wife. And the next thing you know, you're older in age.
Yeah.
And that is the way it happens. Mm-hmm. I know I always have kind of shook my head, thought, they don't know. But, older folks have always said it gets faster. And I'm an older
to speed
along
up.
now.
That's the honest truth.
And it does seem to get faster. But, again, don't blink. Don't take for granted a day. Don't take for granted a moment.
Never take them for granted.
Always love as in every way that you can, and you won't regret that.
Never.
Again, 37 years in, I love this woman with everything I got. And,
let's go 37 more. How many would that be?
I'd love to. 74.
Or maybe more than that. Let's do more than that.
Okay.
Well, your grandparents were...
They were 72 years.
72 years married. I mean, that's incredible.
My mom and dad.
We need to break the Boggs...
Yeah, well, that was the Brown side. That was my mother's side. So
we need to break that.
Yeah, we would have to live to a ripe old age, wouldn't we?
That's okay.
Because my grandmother got married when she was 14.
I was a little bit older than that.
And you were a little older. Not much.
Not a whole lot.
Gonna tell your age here, but again, she was a few years older than that. But anyway, we looking back, and looking forward. Hopefully we have a lot of good years.
Yeah.
Of good health.
Yeah.
In front of us. So.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
That's right. So how did we get here? We blinked and then we're here. But a couple things let's just share with you.
As Maybe we talk through that again, as we talk some, the things that brought us to this place as far as, how did we make it or what kept our marriage good, what kept it strong. And we teach we present this topic every once in a while, the top 10, and there are a lot of factors, right?
That's right. A lot of them. I think this just kind of narrows it down to maybe 3 little things that in our own relationship. And the first of those really is just resisting selfishness.
Yeah.
Now, did we do that every single day?
I did.
Sure you did.
It's something that all of us have to deal with every day of our lives, that we have to turn away from our own selfish wants, desires. Listen,
and it's easy to be selfish.
Yeah, but the thing is when you learn that you give that up, then there's reciprocating, or the return on that is much greater.
Yeah.
And again, Jesus said it this way: you lose your life, you gain it.
You gain it.
And there's so much in that. There's so much you can unpack. But But again, that's true in our relationships as well. When we prefer the other.
Yeah, Bible talks about that, doesn't it? That temptation that we refuse just to, to live out of our emotion all the time. We live out of our emotions. That's a selfish life. This is how I feel right now, so this is how I'm going to respond or react. But, man, just always, making sure that we live beyond that.
Yep.
That we just put our own emotions, selfish needs.
I mean, again, when you're together this long,
this long time,
you got plenty of things that could come between you. You got plenty of things that happen that you could really draw the line on and say, this is as far as I'm going. And,
I mean, that first year, I could have just drawn the line and said, hey, bud.
I thought you said we're moving past.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I'm going to resist the temptation right there to bring that up again.
But, I mean, it is everywhere. I mean, self is always there. We're always dealing with our own tendencies. And, again, it's not that you can't ever find your satisfactions or the things you need.
That's right.
But what we are saying is this. If you live that way all the time, if we would have just given in to every temptation, every whim
to be selfish,
we probably would not have made it. I'd say probably we wouldn't have made it. And somewhere you become second is the phrase nowadays. Yep. I am second. And third and fourth and fifth, you're going down the line.
That's right. Man, as the family grows, right?
The other thing is realizing that in marriage, I think that when we look back over, one thing that we've tried to do, especially after we matured a little bit, we maybe had some bumpy roads with this, but from there's a value that we found, and we have stayed in pursuit. We've stayed after one another.
That's right.
For 37 years.
I'm still pursuing you, mister.
Yeah, she's still my girlfriend, and again, she's my best friend. And,
that's right.
And,
I think we use this word all the time. I mean, we can't do this podcast without saying this word intentional. But we have been, as you said, as we've matured, intentional about not allowing our relationship to be boring, mundane, status quo. Just always pushing for more, knowing that God's always got more for us, and that in every aspect, even in the intimate part of our life.
Yeah, and again, we don't apologize for that ever. Your intimate relationship, you need to continue to pursue that.
That's right.
And nurture that part of your life. Your sexual relationship, it needs to be something that is a priority in your life, your relationship.
That's right.
In every way that it can be, you need to make sure that that's something that's constantly pursued. It's the only relationship that God made for that.
That's right. Only place.
Again, for us to degrade that or take away from that. But I mean, not just that part. I mean, again, that is the pinnacle of that intimate relationship is the sexual relationship that a husband and wife should enjoy and share together. But just the pursuit of romance, a pursuit of fun together.
Just having fun together, and just talking and hanging out together, and
pursuit of life, the pursuit of raising kids, the pursuit of occupation, the pursuit of ministry.
That's right.
The pursuit of vision, all of that. I mean, we've just stayed in that together. And again, we get to be together more. Gina's she's out of the secular workplace and in the church that we serve, so we get to spend more time with you. I work with you,
and I go home with you.
Yep.
And I sleep in the same bed with you.
Yep. I'm sleeping with the woman I work with. How about that?
That's right. That's okay, as long as it's me. We use the verse Ephesians 4:26 about not letting the sun go down on your anger, on your wrath, and we believe the word's true right there. You need to work that stuff out before you sleep on it and give the enemy time to work with it. But I think that same thing just means...
Well, that's that self thing, isn't it?
It goes back to selfishness. You're right. You're right. But I think that same thing is, maybe a good thing for us couples to think about. Don't let the sun go down and you not have pursued one another, taking some time. And then some days you're going to have more time than others. But...
And making sure. How easy would it be for there to be little things, wedges that keep us?
So easy, yeah.
Don't let the sun go down on that event. Don't let the sun go down on that moment where something was said or something was done.
That's true.
And again, looking back, I think that we can honestly say that, man, we tried to make sure that was something we never allowed.
Again, some of that came out of, hard times and tough times that we went through. But again, that's what we're saying. Let us that are 37 years in now, help you and man, tell you that these are the places where we did it wrong. Don't do it that way. Right.
And the biggest piece is this, that is that third person.
Yeah, man. The third strand of the cord.
Yep.
Man, just the fact that Jesus Christ has made all the difference.
All the difference.
In our marriage, in our home, in our relationship. Man, his presence in our life individually, and then as we have pursued him together, because, here's the thing about Jesus, when that selfishness shows up, or, when we have a bad attitude, or we're kind of just giving up on our commitment. Yeah. Maybe he didn't do what I expected him to do. So I'm just like, well, I'm not.
Reality is, it's hard for me to stay messed up with her. If things are right with him.
Yeah.
If things are right with Jesus, his lordship in my life.
That's right.
A lot of people know Jesus as Savior, not as Lord. But when we surrender our lives, he is in our relationship, there's a triangle that Jesus is right in the middle of this relationship. And that in that we've tried to make sure,
Thank you,
I think
Lord,
both of us have realized that it's his life and we want to please him.
That's right.
And we want to make sure that we invite him into our life, and that's kept us.
We need him. Yeah, he'll keep you in it, and he'll maybe we can word it this way: he'll just circle you back around. When you're just kind of getting out there a little bit, maybe being selfish, or being hard to get along with, or being unforgiving. Man, if that relationship with Jesus is where it needs to be, he'll help you get that straightened out, won't he?
Yep. That's the reason you got to let that first year of miss go.
Let it go. I'm letting it go.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you.
We hope you have many.
That's
many.
That's right.
We hope you enjoy them. Hey, this marriage thing is a wonderful gift from God.
Yes, it is.
And we
love it.
We just encourage that. Celebrate it with us. If you want to celebrate our anniversary with us,
go right ahead. We'd love for you to.
You make checks payable. I'm just teasing. But again, we bless you.
Go have a nice dinner, because we've been married 37 years.
Marriage Matters Getaway. Come go with us.
Sign up.
Sign up for that. But until next time, your home matters.
That's right. Bye-bye.